So you've just updated to the shiny new iOS 26. Things are looking fresh, but then you go to type something. All of a sudden, your keyboard feels like a puzzle you can't solve. Finding a simple setting, like adding another language, feels like digging through a maze. If you text in more than one language, or even just want to get the emoji keyboard back in its right place, this can be super frustrating. It's a classic headache with big software updates. Just when you get comfortable, everything gets rearranged. But don't worry, you're not alone, and the fix is way easier than you think. Forget about wasting time poking around in menus. I'm going to walk you through exactly how to get your keyboard set up on iOS 26, step by step. We'll cover adding new languages, switching between them, cleaning up your keyboard list, and even a cool bilingual typing feature you probably didn't know about. We'll also touch on some of the annoying bugs people are seeing with third-party keyboards and what to do about them. First things first, let's find those keyboard settings. Apple likes to shuffle things around sometimes, but the basic path has stayed pretty much the same in iOS 26. It all starts in your Settings app. Look for that gray gear icon on your home screen and give it a tap. This is your iPhone's main control panel. From here, scroll down until you see General and tap on it. This area holds all the core settings for your phone, like software updates, date and time, and, you guessed it, your keyboard. Once you're in the General menu, scroll a little and you'll find Keyboard. That's our destination. Tap it. You're now in the main hub for all things keyboard. You'll see a bunch of toggles for features like auto capitalization and auto correction, but we're going to focus on the very first option at the top, Keyboards. Tap on that. This screen is where you'll see all of your current keyboards and add new ones. On the keyboard screen, you'll probably just see your main language and the emoji keyboard. To add another, tap on Add New Keyboard. This will open up a huge list of all the languages your iPhone can handle. The list is long, but it's alphabetical, so it's not too hard to find what you're after. You can either scroll or just use the search bar at the top to type in the language you want. You might see that some languages have a little arrow next to them. That just means there are different keyboard layouts available. For instance, if you pick Chinese, you'll see options for pinyin or handwriting. Tapping on one of these will let you choose the layout you prefer, and a little check mark will show your selection. Let's try adding Spanish. I'll tap Add New Keyboard, search for Spanish, and tap on it. The phone might offer me a couple of layouts, like Spanish and Latin American. I'll just tap the one I want, and that's it. The language is now on my active keyboard list. You can do this for as many languages as you need. Now that you have more than one language installed, a new icon will pop up on your keyboard, a little globe in the bottom left corner. This globe is your secret weapon for switching languages. There are two ways to use it. First is the quick tap. When you're typing, just tap the globe icon. Each tap cycles to the next keyboard in your list. If you have English, then emoji, then Spanish, tapping the globe switches you from English to emoji, and tapping it again gets you to Spanish. To see which keyboard is active, just look at the spacebar. It will briefly show the language name. This method is perfect if you only have 2 or 3 keyboards. But what if you have a bunch of keyboards? Tapping over and over gets old fast. That's where the second method comes in. Press and hold the globe icon. A menu will pop up showing all of your active keyboards. Just slide your finger to the language you want and let go. It's way faster when you're a power user with multiple languages. As you add more keyboards, you'll probably want your most used languages easy to get to. iOS 26 lets you rearrange the order. Go back to your keyboard settings, Settings, General, to Keyboard, and then Keyboards. In the top right corner, you'll see an Edit button. Tap it. Now you're in edit mode. You'll see a red minus circle on the left of each language and 3 horizontal lines on the right. Those are handles. To move a language, just press and hold the 3 lines and drag it up or down the list. For example, you could put your top 2 languages right at the top. When you're happy with the order, just tap Done. If you don't need a language anymore, getting rid of it is just as simple. In that same edit mode, tap the red minus circle next to the keyboard you want to remove. A delete button will pop up on the right. Tap it and it's gone. Hit Done to save your changes. One of the best features is the bilingual keyboard, which lets autocorrect and predictive text work for two languages at the same time, without you having to switch. This is a lifesaver if you mix languages in the same sentence, because it stops your phone from trying to correct a perfectly good word in another language. To set this up, go to Settings, General, to Keyboard, and then Keyboards. Instead of adding a whole new keyboard this time, tap on your primary one, like English. Inside that menu, you'll see an option to add a language. Tap it, pick your second language, and your keyboard will now be listed as something like English and Spanish to show that they're combined. Now, when you type, iOS will figure out which language you're using on the fly and give you the right predictions. It's incredibly smooth. This works for many common language pairings, and on some recent iOS versions, you can even add a third language. The App Store has great third-party keyboards like Gboard and SwiftKey that offer features like better swipe typing and GIF searches. You install them from the App Store and then enable them through the same Add New Keyboard menu. However, with new iOS releases, users often report bugs with these keyboards. Common complaints include the keyboard randomly disappearing, crashing, or lagging badly. Sometimes iOS will even switch back to the default Apple keyboard without you doing anything. It's important to know these are usually not flaws with iOS itself. Third-party keyboards run in a restricted environment for security, and when Apple releases a major update, the keyboard developers need to update their apps to be compatible. If a keyboard app hasn't been updated in a while, it's more likely to be buggy. If you're hitting these issues, the best solution is to check the App Store for an update from the keyboard's developer. In the meantime, you might have to switch back to Apple's native keyboard, which isn't affected by these kinds of bugs. Even with Apple's own keyboard, things can get weird sometimes. Here are a few common issues and fixes. First, if your keyboard is laggy or unresponsive, the oldest trick in the book often works: restart your iPhone. This can clear out minor software glitches. If that doesn't fix it, you can try resetting the keyboard dictionary. Go to Settings, General, then Transfer or Reset iPhone, then Reset, and choose Reset Keyboard Dictionary. Be warned, this will erase all the custom words your keyboard has learned, but it's great for fixing stubborn lag. Another issue is when multilingual predictions don't work. If that happens, go to Settings, General, and then Dictionary. Make sure the dictionaries for the languages you want are downloaded. If you see a language without a checkmark, tap it to download it. Finally, if your keyboard just isn't showing up at all, it might be a software conflict. Try force quitting the app you're in or restarting your phone. If the problem keeps happening with a third-party keyboard, try removing it and adding it back in from your settings. And that's how you can finally take control of your iPhone's keyboard on iOS 26. We've gone over how to add and organize languages, switch between them, use the bilingual feature, and handle some of those annoying bugs. If this video helped you out, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. And for more simple guides and tips for iOS 26, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss what's next. Getting used to a new OS can be a pain, but mastering the keyboard is a huge step in making your phone feel like it's your own again. Now the power to type in any language you want is right at your fingertips. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.